So we're going to begin with one of the most Tashav Chassidim Deirenu Zeh, Meir Harlig, who had the incredible Sukkos over the years to be the Rebbe's agent, allowing all of the Yidden who wanted to make a bracha on the Lulav Esrog, the history behind that, and the making of the Lulav Esrog itself, Sukka, the Daled Minin, and the Leil, the first days of Yom Tov, by our Rebbe, the Meir.
You should thank Rabbi Darren for this beautiful introduction. One day when you'll speak, I'll introduce you also. I want to give a little synopsis, but not all of you were around and maybe didn't know about Tishrei. Tafshin, by all the Rebbeim, there was just a custom that Rosh Hashana they said a minor. Tafshin Yud Beis, the Rebbe said before Rosh Hashana that you should prepare challah and wine because he wants to eat one Seuda with the Talmidei, with the Leil for Rosh Hashana. So the custom was the Rebbe washed. He said to sing the Niggun to the Rebbeim. Then he said a Seuda. Then the Rebbe got up and he threw challahs to the whole island. Especially, there was a man, one Helderman from New Jersey. Originally, he was from Italy. You don't remember, in the Zal there was a fan on the wall, and he stood there. The Rebbe got up and threw him a special challah. Then we walked bench and kosher bracha. Then the Rebbe said the minor. Also, Tafshin Yud Beis, before Yom Kippur, the Rebbe used to tell Lekach by his desk in his room. And how long did it take those days? 20 minutes. Then he called in the school and he asked him if there's a custom that you can go to the oil on Erev Yom Kippur. So I think he told him yes, and the Rebbe went to the oil and he came back late and he said, "Brachas and this." So then, after they finished the full kapitla and organization, the Rebbe turned around and he said, instead of sitting and doing nothing in Kippur at night, it would be a good thing that if we sang the whole Tehilim. So there was a man, he got up and the people told him to say it very fast because the Rebbe should be able to go home and rest. When everybody finished, the Rebbe was up to either to pay or pay out. So it was motioning, no, that somebody should go over to the Amud. But nobody wanted to go over to the Amud, so the Rebbe got up himself and went to the Amud and from the people pay. Till the end, the Rebbe cried tears, until he finished the last kapitel. Also, there was a man who used to blow shofar from the Pidyonos Rebbe, and Tafshin Yud Beis, the Rebbe called him in and told him that he should learn the Kavanos, Kiyas Shefer, and Alter Rebbe Siddur. So he told the Rebbe he knows what to learn. So the Rebbe said, "Thank you very much. I'll find my own Bal Tokea." Then he called in, if you ever heard of Ramanov, and he said that he used to daven. He said that he should also blow shofar. So he said that he can't do both together, and he nominated Mental Tenement. That's how he came into the picture to blow shofar. Tafshin Yud Beis also, the Rebbe brought down the Pidyonos. That was the only time in Kippur and he put it in his standard. By the Sukka, before the Rebbe went out, he turned around to me and he said, "Darling, the Pidyonos, are you going anyplace?" I said, "No, I'm going to be here." So he said, watch the Pidyonos, make sure nobody touches it, nobody opens up his gender. Are you sure you're going to be here? So I said, yes. The Rebbe went out. When he came back to Mincha, he said, everything went through, nobody touched it. I said, yes. He said, a great teacher. It was also the custom that Yud Gimel at night, when the Rebbe came back from the aisle, that's when he used to pick out the Esrog. And Erev Yom Kippur, when he came back from his house, that's when he picked the Lulav, and it took him a long time. He picked it up, put it down, picked it up, put it down, picked it up, put it down, till he picked out a sufficient amount of Lulav, what he needed to give out to the people. He gave to the people that the political Rebbe gave, and also he started a new custom to give to the shluchim from the heads from London, from Paris, from the Vaad and the Vaad Gashmi from Israel, and the Vaad the Vaad Gashmi from Australia, South Africa, and all these people. Then it was, when it was about an hour before the Yom Kippur, an hour and a half, the Rebbe went into his Sukka. The first years, the Rebbe used to have 36 Hadassim. So to bind 36 Hadassim, you needed wide leaves. But, so I went to look through the Lulav, and I prepared on the table in the Sukka wide leaves, also a scissor, and also a knife. But he never used those, he only used the leaves from his own Lulav. And also, he cut off about this much from the stem of his Lulav. And it took him about 3/4 of an hour to bind the Lulav and prepare it for Yom Tov. Always before he went into the Sukka, he looked up and he asked me, so the Dach is aufgedeckt, so we can reingehen, binden and Lulav. I used to say yes. And the B'chayim from the Friedrich, how did it start with the Rebbe giving out the Lulav? B'chayim from the Friedrich Rebbe, the Rebbe used to take down the Lulav, and he used to give it to the Olam to bench. And he used to sit on the side, and he used to drink something and eat some cake. So one of the older Chassidim went over to him, and they told him it's not proper, it's Hamish Kapanim, and the Rebbe's Aiden asked the beloved Zeynep of the Rebbe, so the Rebbe answered him, Azach was Chassidim too, and as if the Shtor was Hoshana. The first years, the Rebbe came. The first years after Tashin Yubei Gimel, the Rebbe used to stay himself in the Sukkah. Till Tashin Chavei. Tashin Chavei, the second night Sukkah, I was standing downstairs, and a bocha came, Hakafos. Then another bocha came, Hakafos. I was afraid to go, it was the night before, but the blast, and some of the old people said things what they shouldn't, and we, whatever. But the third bocha came, so I come upstairs, I come into his room, and the room is full. So Leil or Yom Tov, the Hakafos is near the Rebbe's room. So I figured he doesn't want to talk here, there's so many people. I come into there, she said the Rebbe's room is there. I come in, the Rebbe's sitting with a big Chassidus facing Kingston Avenue. Because behind his desk, if you're in the room, there's lights on the wall. In Yom Kippur, Shabbos, the Rebbe used to put on those lights. He said, Morgen kommen später, so it's the night of my Lulav and Esrog, you should take my Lulav and Esrog, lock it up in safe place. And when you come, you start benching with all the people. And then, when I come, you'll make hefsek, and I'll bench Lulav Esrog, and I get prepared something. And then he went out of and then you continue benching with the people. That was only the first year. Second year already, he told me to take the Sukka, the Lulav Esrog, into the big Sukka to bench with the people. And then I went to him, and I was over that, and I wanted to give him tea. So he said, when I came to 770, I saw a big line almost to Brooklyn Avenue. I noticed elderly people. They probably didn't drink anything or they did anything before benching there at Lulav. So he said, you go and bench with them. I could wait. And when all the old people finish and this, you come in and give me to eat, to drink and eat also. One year, there was a pouring rain. It was every day. You know when it finished, it's minutes out. So I asked the Rebbe that the Esrog is going to get spoiled. Maybe we should bench inside. So he said, the base, I said, the Esrog, Lulav Esrog, I should bench in the Sukka. Also, Shana Raba, the Rebbe used to give out Lekach. And till it finished, it was very late. So after it finished, so I took out the empty boxes, cleaned out, pushed back the table, piled up all the sets people gave him. And then the first year he told me that Shana Raba was some Lekach, and I prepared 2 pieces of Lekach. And also, Dr. Rebbe Shulchan stated that without drinking Yom Tov a kos wine Talmidei, so I poured him a kos wine and he drank. Then this is a good lesson for the future for you. One year he looks at his watch and he said, it's late. Call up my house and say, I want to come and eat Seuda Yom Kippur. And then I'll come back without Mincha. And tell all the people who didn't get Lekach yet not to worry. When I come back, I'll give them Lekach. So I went and called up the Rebbe, and she said the food isn't ready. So I told the Rebbe, so the Rebbe told me, tell her not to, so the finish Hailum, and whenever to be ready, I'll come home to eat. So when you come home, your mother doesn't have it ready, don't get nervous. Yeah, right. And I took up most of your time already, and Rabbi Devin said, Meir, you can do that, so we'll give over it. Yeah, many more Hoshana people living here, and those kind of things.
Thank you, Rabbi Harlig. So, Gesundheit.
Amen. The custom was that the Rebbe came, he went into his room, he brought out the Lulav Esrog, and he used to ask me if the Sukka is open, and he went into his room, into the Sukka, and he benched Esrog and Lulav. Then a short while later, he opened up the door, and the Esrog and Lulav was on the table, and he said, I should take it to the people, and on the time of Hashana. It happened during all the years that sometimes the Rebbe wanted to change the Esrog and the Lulav, etc., etc. This time, he opened up the door, and the Rebbe was walking with the Lulav and Esrog in his hand. So I asked the Rebbe, you want to change something or whatever? She said, no, man is behind, it mistake no way. Just today, I understand myself and show me where you make this and the ruler with the people. And it started 10 after 8, and it finished 10 to 3. He was standing in the middle. Grummy told me that it's already 11 o'clock. Wasn't in Shachar. So So the Rebbe told him the davening. Then Shimshon Stark came over and he said, he brought the Rebbe's chair and he said, the Rebbe should sit down. So the Rebbe said, how can I sit? Outside there's a whole line of people standing in this, so I should sit down. It's not proper. One more Nakuda I wanted to tell you, I reminded myself, Tavshin Yud Beis, the second day Sukkos, as Rabbi Zelitzin said, the Rebbe used to wash Farbrengen. In the middle, he asked if anybody knows what time it is, because the people who didn't wash and wanted to say L'chaim, they could say L'chaim there. Nobody said, he said, no, nobody has a watch. What did I know from anything? I took off my watch and I gave it to the Rebbe. He put it down on the table, he looked at it, and then the Rebbe finished Farbrengen, he benched, and he got up, he picked up the watch, and he said, Advaisi Shukaya, you know, I want to talk when it's Kazegi. Later, if the Kosher and this, Meir Harlig came over to me, the Simpsons, they told me. So I said, nobody ever taught us in yeshiva then. So then they told me that's when Rebbe was shot, when people bought some Costello watches, they used to have to redeem it for money for comfort to Niggun. And the same thing by the Frierdiker Rebbe and Leil. So you got to be very careful and not to wear a watch on Yom Tov, not even in your pocket. First, how did the Rebbe start Farbrengen Simchas before Hakafos? Because the Frierdiker Rebbe asked him to Farbrengen before Hakafos. That's why he Farbrengen all the years before Hakafos. Simchas was the Rebbe's reason, so it was much more personal than a whole year. The Farbrengen from Simchas before Hakafos was a lot of time placing Germany. And there was one year, I think it was in Lulav Esrog, when the Rebbe said, we're going to start the Farbrengen different. Right away before, I'm going to say a secret to everybody to say L'chaim. And then he said another time L'chaim. Then in the middle of the Farbrengen, he said there's a custom that you drink a cup and you have to make bottoms up. So he drank one buck. He said L'chaim in the whole cost. He picked it up to show the oil, and he was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then he said above, as the Melech Shlov, that's understood.
Everyone was saying Shah after the...
And one year, the Rebbe wanted to go a couple with the kids from Simchas from Costello. So somebody was following him. So the Rebbe turned around to him and he said, I'm after Bar Mitzvah, I can find my way myself. Also, the first years, the kids used to stay on the bima, what you lane, opposite the Rebbe. And the Rebbe always used to tell me to go to the Sukka and take out all the Lekach, what was left from Shana Raba, and give it to the kids, and make sure they all say L'chaim. There was one year Simchas before Hakafos, all the Bochum and the light went on Mitzrayim, on Simchas to all the shuls. It was a rainy night, and there was the shuls around 770 that people used to come in to see Hakafos, the Farbrengen. And people had umbrellas, whatever. He motions to me to come up to the bima, and he gives me 2 pieces of lekach. He points the side I was standing. He said, you go over there, and you give the 2 people standing there with give them the zenas, see that they say L'chaim, and that's it. I would go over there. There's many people over there. They took the gefierte for lifting back. I stopped by two people. They all had umbrellas and things were jingling in their pockets. I stopped in, the Rebbe shook his head. I gave him to say L'chaim, and I said it all on the wine and the cake, and I stood there a few minutes. Then I went back to my place, and the Rebbe said, "I grace in Shikei." There was once a person, Simchas Torah, who asked the Rebbe that it says that whenever you say Yizkor, you have to learn Aser to Aser. And in Eretz Yisrael, it never happens. So the Rebbe told him, just a few days ago, you wrote me a note that you want to do what I did. I just feel Yizkor. So what are you asking me such a question? And the way he danced in Simchas with all the strength in this, once after Simchas Torah, I took about 8 shirts, was still wet after Shabbos Bereshis. I don't remember in how it's supposed to have to be clean, but all the sweat and this what happens in Simchas over these 48 hours. The Rebbe always said, I do not care about the sleep for these 48 hours because it's very auspicious time.
Yeah, there was remind me of a certain year Hakafos Ches. After that year, they were called the Yechidus Hakafos because I couldn't understand in the middle of the shul that year, and then everyone went slowly around the whole Leil and looked each and every individual in his face. It took a long time, the entire class. I think that was the year it took Hashana out at the beginning. And then afterwards, there was dancing alone, and it was incredibly lovely.
One more thing, that after the Shah left us, the Rebbe used the person to stand at Kafah, dance with his father's Niggun.
The third and Tashlum Day is that it danced for 3 Niggun by the 7th.